Let's make sure that everything is working correctly. Shoo! Okay. Yes, shush phone, you're charging. Down with it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There. Alright. Let's double check. Hello. 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 There we go, it's working. Okay, cool. Yay! As long as the music isn't overbearing. Yes. That's what I wanted to say. Overpowering. Overpowering. It's very low on my end. I might not play this all the way through because it's like I listened to most of this last night. You know what I mean? Just This isn't gonna be very long. That's what I say now. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Okay. But anywho, let's get into it, shall we? Hold on, let me make sure I'm going to the right thing. We're going to the right thing. Yippee! Hello! I'm working on stickers today. We're cleaning up this one because I made a mistake on it. So, bear with me. We're cleaning it up and then we're gonna paint over it a little bit. Kind of flesh it out some more, as it were. So, yeah. But hopefully you guys have been having a good day. Oh dear. I've had a inadvertent history class on horror movies. Just watching this video essay of a particular game that came out like a year ago that I saw and I was like, oh, that looks super cool, I might play it. I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because there would be no way in hell I'd be able to finish it. And not the, oh, it's disinteresting, oh, it's this, that, and the other. No, it is legitimately fucking terrifying. I would have to put it down and never pick it back up again. You couldn't pay me to do it. Oh, is that... And not that it's bad, it's just... Ugh. Alright. Yeah, quite literally all I'm doing is... Because I didn't separate this from the bottom layer. So now it has all this paint behind it that I have to get rid of. Which sucks. But, you know, it is what it is, and then we're gonna do some touch-ups, and then we'll get to work on actually making a sticker. Sticker. You guys remember those commercials? This is a sticker. Would you like a sticker? Make your own sticker. At stickers.com. I don't know if that website still runs anymore. It sounded pretty cool. But it wasn't really something for, like, professional capacity like this. Well, not saying I'm professional, just like in the sense of, oh, I'm gonna buy my stickers from this guy, like that I designed, because that's literally the entire point of the website, was you design a sticker, you put it over to them, and they just make like a box full of them for you, apparently. But that just seems very cost inefficient to me. That and I want to learn how to do it, so, you know. Consider me stubborn. Alright. But no, it was this game that was advertised for several months, and like everybody was raving on how realistic it looks. And like, oh, this is gonna be the new... oh, fuck, what is it called? Not Alan Wake. Is it it's not Insomnia. Oh. Pierce the Fathom, no. It might be Insomnia. Oh god, I forgot like the actual name of the game that I'm trying to, like, not the game I'm talking about, but the one I'm trying to like get the reference for. I think it is Insomnia. Yeah, it might just be. But hold on, did I set up things correctly? Hold on a second. Yes, I did. I did set them up correctly. Hello there, Garu. Welcome. But the game itself is called, Still Wakes the Deep? Which I thought it was just, you know, oh, you're something hold on, I messed that up. There's a little bump right there. I need to zoom in on it. There we go. Of course, I'll be going back through and shaping everything back up, but, you know, minimal mistakes. At least that's what I'm trying for. They'll happen, and we must accept it. I don't like it, but I must accept it. But at first I thought, oh, this is gonna be like, the girl in Cabin 324. What? I think I have that book buried. I used to have it on display for streams. Which the entire point of the book is it's a murder mystery that takes place on a cruise ship, and the entire point of the protagonist, she wasn't supposed to figure it out, but she does. She's kind of she's the hero who doesn't want to be the hero, and I thought that's what Still Wakes the Deep was. It's the hero who doesn't want to be the hero. I didn't expect it to have a David Croftman kind of dealio. Which I've only just been introduced to that line of genre, horror genre, which, yeah, no, thank you. Oh, goodness. Not that it's bad, it's just very visceral. Cleaning up all this because I made a mistake earlier and we're fixing it now. I'm gonna make it better. Try to at least. No promises. Yeah. So it was quite surprising to see how utterly terrifying and utterly wrong I was about the game itself. Just like, oh, this isn't a murder mystery, it's the world trying to kill you while you're at work. That's great. Oh, dear. That's awesome. Oh, goodness. Just zooming over here.
Shopping with your parents.
What the fuck? Who said you could be here? Shut up. Shut up, you! Yeah! This is why I hesitate to go to other things. You know, fuck it. Throw on Hades. Fuck it. Throw on Hades. We're going back. We're going back. Nah. Yarg. Anywho. Yeah. And there's a train, so that's great. No. I'm very iffy when it comes to horror games, just because I like to read a good horror story. I love, like, listening to some of Mr. Creepypasta's, voiceovers of stuff. Because there's just something about him that's, like, very soothing to me. You feel safe. I'm safe here, right? Alright, there's a train on the way, so it's about to get loud. I'm gonna shut up now. There it goes. That was a quick train. It was just the engines. Getting ready for tomorrow, I see. But no, I'm not. I like to watch other people play horror games because I am inherently bad at them. Just because if I can't hit it, if I can't shoot it, if I can't burn it or make it explode, I want nothing to do with it. And even then, you're pushing it. Oh, God. And that's just how it is. That and my anxiety is just like super, super bad. Once it kicks up, it does not go down very easily, and that will detract from the experience itself. And at least in my experience. And whenever I've played horror games, like intense horror games, it just... I feel like it's not as enjoyable to a degree. At least for people watching. But that's just my opinion. And I could be entirely wrong, and you guys feed off of my terror. Like the little gremlins that you are. Huh. Is that... Oh. Oh, sorry. There's like a... I think that's just a scratch on my screen. Oh, jeez. That's okay. Just from pressing too hard or something. Alright.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Go. Yeah. It's just one of those things I'm like very, very leery of, and I very select few games that are, I guess you could consider horror or jump scare-ish or something like that. It's minimal. That I will play. It's like, I love the observation duty games, but I don't think that counts. Because in that you can minimize the horror by exposure. A gratuitous amount of exposure to everything. So it doesn't faze you anymore, even with the surprise, surprise, big man, skinny king, all that shit. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. You get used to it. Alien Isolation can go fuck itself, however. I've played that like 3 to 4 times. It just... That's why I delegate it to special events. And have no other interactions with it outside of that. Making good progress on this, considering that I started cleaning it up like an hour ago. Oh, it won't take that long, I pray. Or at least to erase all of this. I might spend a good 20 minutes on shaping up a little bit more, adding a bit more splash of color. So it looks good. I mean, it's gonna be relatively like a small sticker. So I don't want to overload it with color and all that stuff. That's just meh. Simplicity is probably the best thing we can go for here, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, simplicity is good. Let's not over-exaggerate things. Okay, make this a wee bit smaller. But I will say, something I do, so one of the projects that I'm going to be taking up this summer, is crafting a game. And I kind of, as like, I know I said I don't like horror games, but the reason why I was watching said video essay was because I've been on this kick of trying to get an understanding of what makes a good horror game, or maybe a good horror film. Things that typically have people like, oh gods, let me go back and play that, or oh, that was visceral, let me contemplate my existence for a few minutes. You know. I'm not saying make like I'm gonna make a masterpiece, I'm just saying I wanna make something that's good, that, you know, you come back and you're like, God, that's memorable. That's gonna be in the bank. That's gonna be in the brain bank for a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Could definitely thicken up these lines in here because they look a little weak. Alright. They look weak. Shouldn't have gone that back, but you know, that's fine. It's fine. But yeah. So with me basically doing an art stream just about every day, I do want to dedicate some days to being like concept art days, game building days. Just have a nice solid rotation. Is this running out? It's like acting super weird. Nice solid rotation of things. There's like 2 scratches on my screen, what the fuck? I might have to change the nub on this, actually. So I'm not pressing that hard. Right. Sorry, I'm just like... It could be just the different lighting in my room that I'm now noticing these scratches, but it's like... What the fuck? They're not, like, super big. Barely even like a hair, but it's just... When it turns evening, I typically turn out all the lights in my room. You know, because it's like a damn lighthouse in here sometimes. And I just cannot handle that. I can't stand it. I don't want my room to be a fucking lighthouse in a landlocked state. Thank you very much. Well, in my luck, there'd be an actual fucking boat. Let's take a look at it. The Barry. Oh yeah, almost done with cleaning it up. And then we'll add some finishing touches, and then we'll get on to the later parts. Not this, but of other things. Other things. It's fine. Oh, dear. Gotta check something real quick. Yeah. Okay, anyhow. Moving on. Oh, that's too much of a close-up, yeah? There was a horror game, more like a psychological. Well, I mean, I guess it does fit the description. Like, if we're, that's another fucking train. It's only been 20 minutes. Was it 20 minutes? I think it was 10 minutes ago. Huh? Gosh. I am sad now. Great. Sadness. Grab another cup. Something decided to take a dip in it. Little cretins. Is it cretins or cretins? I think cretin is singular, cretins is plural. Yes. I say with no confidence whatsoever. But I believe that to be correct from previous comedies. Alright. Carefully, oh so carefully, apply the eraser to the edge here without making too much off. Yes. Right, that's an actual train, not just the engine itself. Yes. I'm gonna come back through and thicken up this whole area. Thick lines. Thick lines. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Yes. Oh god, so I'm trying to remember that one game. So essentially it was kind of like a, I hesitate to say... how do I say it? I'm trying to locate words to describe it. essentially...
Is it done? Okay, you done. Being loud out there.
Yes, okay, cool. Sorry, there was still some train left, apparently. It's loud as fuck. But anywho, the entire premise of the game, or at least the gameplay itself, was you're not necessarily in full control of the character. It's not like one of those top-down or first-person views. It was literally a live-action horror game that it kind of a point and click to a degree. And your entire survival was based off of paying attention to cues and sounds in your environment very, very carefully, because there is a guy who is running around, and you're stuck and locked in a hotel. There's a guy running around just murking people because of his delusions, essentially. And it's not like, oh, he's schizophrenic. It's, no, he's like possessed or something. It's been a while since I've watched it. And the guy's name is Jimmy, unironically. I forget what the game is called. It was actually quite humorous, but still terrifying, because he would pop up out of nowhere and just throw your character around like a madman if you weren't careful. And then there were some times where you just couldn't hear him whatsoever. The dude was tiptoeing everywhere like, I'm gonna get you. Right? But the entire premise of it was you had to go around this hotel with a spirit box, I guess. We'll call it a spirit box. And get the story of those who had lived there previously, because the previous staff had actually lived there. And I'll tell you a little bit more about Jimmy and what happened to him and why he is the way he is and who's doing what to him. Well, and I kind of like that premise of game style in the sense of not like live action, though that was pretty cool. That was really cool. Just the point and click, but still you have a lot of choice over things to a degree. Like, you have a set path before you, but you can still be like, I pick up this, I take it with me, and it serves no fucking function. Or having audio cues or area cues of like, hey, you might want to stay put, or you might want to go forward, something like, it's just super simple things. But it keeps you engaged still. You can't just zone out to things. I know this is so minute and no one's gonna see it, but I see it in my mind's eye. I see it and I despise it. I don't know how else to tell you. Like these little areas. Like, I'm gonna cover them up later, but you know. And this is why you never combine all of your layers, children. Not unless it's a winter coat. Otherwise you end up with a painted mess like this.
Ugh. Stretch. Just need to
Oof, shoulders. Not happy with me. Just need to lean back for a moment. I don't know why this particular track makes me think of Mario Kart or Donkey Kong. Sammy. Hey. I actually need to go and revise my class here because... because we've had the windows open, and it's in the 80s today, almost 90s. Dastardly bug got in. I am sad. Greatly saddened by the loss. Of the drink, not the bug. I've gotta set up traps and stuff. It was 80 where I was. No. And it's just been humid here. It's like... I'm expecting it to storm with how humid it is, you know? But it's not enough to turn on the AC. Though, then again, I am a stubborn shit and I will not turn on the AC until it's like well above 95. Like, nope, nope, nope. I've had the AC off for almost 2 full months. Nope, 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 nope. I refuse. Air conditioning in this economy? Oh dear. Do, do, do. Oh dear. Okay, this. I don't know any other way to do this, to be honest. I really didn't go for like outlining on everything because it was just like, no, I'm gonna try just throwing color down and see where we go, you know? Just take a look at the reference photo and just go ham with it. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be identical, just has to look appeasing, and then everybody was like, yeah, we want that, okay. Cool. You're thankful you don't live in Israel right now. It's the beginning of a period where if you don't cool yourself with air conditioner every so often, you'll sweat your soul out. Hey, Tom. Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, I dread the 120 days we have here. I've already made a game plan for how I'm gonna treat the lawn during said days. Just because it's like, I think I'll just have to tough out the morning dew, if there even is morning dew, because sometimes it fucks right off due to how hot it gets so early in the morning. So it's like, yep, I'm gonna have to get up early in the morning and at least wait till about 7, so that way we don't get a noise complaint. So you know, crackhead, if he even is still alive at that point. Would try some shit. We might get into the hundreds this summer, sadly. Yeah. I mean, it's a definite for where I live to be 120. It's just the norm. It has been since the fucking... well... before mine existence. So, no. Okay. Looks good. Looking sharp, looking sharp. Back here. Oh. I mean, it didn't earn the reputation Dust Bowl for nothing. Ma'am, if you 120, then we getting 105, and I don't want that. Well, I have no control over the weather, sir. I have none whatsoever. It is what it is. It do how it do. But no, it means icy towels. Fans that sound like helicopters. And if they turn off, you wake up out of a dead sleep like, who's there? Who did that? Prepare to die. No. With 100% humidity, I can't handle it being both hot and wet. Mm-hmm. It's like, no thank you. I use the metric system. Well, the reason Americans don't use the metric system is, number one, because the king at the time, when they were trying to send over the metric system to America, was a lazy bastard. And as soon as one ship got robbed, they were like, well, that's too bad, I guess. Anywho. So about the gold fillery on the roof. Quite literally. The ship that was supposed to, basically had all the educational tools and documents to teach the colonists and to prolong, like, everything, was robbed by pirates, and the Empire, like, the British Empire just shrugged and went, well, that's y'all's problem, I guess. Figure it out. We don't care anymore. They just didn't bother. Oh, one time when they were just like, fuck it. Don't make excuses, you just want to feel different from the rest of the world. Huh. Well, it certainly does make us different. What other countries use the Fahrenheit to... like, that ratio, I wonder? Because I think Canada uses the metric, doesn't it? No, it's true. They were stolen by pirates. Like, fuck your education, bitch! Get funky with it. Get jiggy with it. There we go. I got you. Thanks. Like, it feels like a storm is oncoming. Everything is just brr. Restless energy. Humid as all hell. Yeah, it's gonna end up having to take a Qulipta here soon, too. Yeah. Canadians use the metric system. Almost everyone uses that. Okay. So only the United States, Liberia, and... how do you say that? Myanmar? Myanmar? Oh god. Sounds interesting. Never heard of that place before. The more you know. Humidity is the worst. I'd rather it be really hot than humid. I grew up in Florida. I lived there for like 8 years, and you just learn to live with it. At a certain point, you become one with the humidity. Like, if the humidity was an entity, because I feel like in Florida it's an entity of its own, you become consumed by it. You learn how to live with it. But the dry heat? Well, the fact is, the state has nearly tried to kill me with its dry heat several times over. So, yeah, no. Oh, if only that was a joke. There were days where I legitimately had to stop and call, like, my Nona or my mom and be like, hey, you need to send somebody to come pick me up. Because I physically cannot make it to work. It is 120, dry as all hell. It doesn't matter how much water I've been guzzling, if I stay in shade or not. It turns out I have heat stroke. To an extreme degree. Don't matter how much sunscreen you put on. Ugh. God. Which is why I always get so pissy. Like, legitimately pissy. When this city decides to cut down trees and remove, awnings and stuff from pathways. Because it makes it just that more... not just unbearable, but that much more dangerous to go outside and go about town during the summer. Because they know the heat can kill people out here. It's literally just one of the things in the newspaper you read about it, like, 10 people died from heat stroke this week. It's like, And the only thing they go, well, you know, it's not our job to make sure you're adequately prepared for the outside. And we're like, we are adequately prepared for the outside. It's just you refuse to take our taxpayer dollars and put back the fucking awnings, and instead you try to cut down every single tree and then wonder why it's dusty as hell out. Or you keep having landslides and flooding and all this stuff. But oh no, don't listen to any of us. It's not like we live here. Anywho. You know what's funny? People think we don't use the metric system, but everything we have as measurements or travel have both the metric and the imperial system on it. Really? I can live with it, but that doesn't mean I enjoy it. We have a few days a year when it reaches 122 Fahrenheit. I can't survive those days, but it's still awful. Yeah, that's just called having the fan on perpetually, alternating ice towels, and everything is an iced drink. It's like, yeah, no. Vigilance of the refrigerator or freezer. That just reminded me of something horrible. Oh, that's just Nevada on a summer day, on a good summer day. Oh dear. Cook an egg in the concrete. Bake some bread in your mailbox. Oh man. If I had a stone mailbox, I would too. To be honest. Save on heating. It's my go-to. Pedialyte is my go-to for hydration on hot ass days. Stuff is amazing. Yeah. I just have to be very strict because for whatever reason it is exceedingly taxing on my body. I can't have Gatorade, I can't have coffee, I can barely use, like, I can't enjoy tea, and I cannot, under no circumstances, have Gatorade. Whatever the fuck they put in that shit is, like, too much for me. Not even a capful mixed with water. It just sends me into overdrive. Makes it worse. So it's like water, lemonade, and, you know, fruit water, essentially. That's it. That's all you're allowed to have for the entire summer. Yay! And then people wonder why I'm in such a bad mood, like, you know, I need to fuck off. That's why I like... Have you ever had sunbrew tea? I don't remember. Knowing my mom, I've probably had it a few times, but it's not a distinctive, like, thing. Here we go. Okay. There's like this tiny spot right here, and I know it's so inconsequential. You can't drink coffee? I'm sorry for your loss. Well, it dehydrates you, so yeah. That and some teas do. To a degree. Okay. I don't know why I just did that. I always catch myself doing this because I went from traditional to digital. And I still draw traditionally here and there whenever I'm making like skits and things, or just trying to hash something out mentally. But I have this stupid habit of when I'm on my tablet, I'll still brush away like any shavings or dust or charcoal. Like it's actually there. It's a fucking tablet, Evil. Come on. Jeez. Don't worry about this part. I actually need to use a lighter color, like a nice soft gray right here. Something to make it a bit brighter. It's where you leave a pitcher in a window or outside, have tea bags inside of it, and let the sun brew the tea in the heat. Oh yeah, we've done that before. Alright, I know we just erased all of that, but considering the fact that... Oh no, let's make it smaller. This is on a different layer. This is manageable. Okay? But the only reason I'm doing this is to help with the next part of this thing. Humans are creatures of habits, indeed. Alright. Let's get in it. Just some light touch-ups here. Sad. Yeah, not yet. I just haven't had time today, unfortunately. Now tomorrow... hopefully. The other thing. The other thing. Does it beat it? Because I haven't checked it until, like, before stream. No. Okay. Oh, the question. Yeah, no, I have not. I have to go back on the question. Oh dear. And we don't want these to be like super obvious. It's just for flavor. Flavor! Yay! kind of give it a bit more shape. Post the question again. Okay, cool. Flavor lines. I'm gonna get you in Final Fantasy 16. And you're gonna like it! And you're gonna like it, woman! Okay. Oh dear. Yes, I remember which one it is. I know, I'm not that forgetful. Mostly. Listen, just because the depression, the trauma takes away a lot of my memories doesn't mean I'm that gone, okay? I just have it on the list here, because I need to figure out when we're doing our Final Fantasy week. And I'm debating whether or not I want to do that. It's driving me fucking bad shit there. Too bad with Final Fantasy and the numbers, because they use Roman numerals, and it's very frustrating to me. It's like, it was not something I paid attention to in school, okay? The fun. I mean, they simplify things greatly, which I'm like, if I can understand them, yes. I just have to have a constant reminder, like a little cheat sheet for me to look at and be like, which one is it? Which one am I looking at here? Oh, do you guys want tea from the work? The place of work? Not my place of work, of course, but Mum's. Would you like to hear? Hmm? Because it just keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. At least for me, it keeps getting better, because it's like, I called it. I fucking called it. And none of y'all believe me. Once again, what's new in my life? Like, I say this person's a problem, everybody goes, oh, incredible. Oh, you're so vexed, you know, you need to cool down. And it's like, they do something that I said they would do, and it's like, no, that's not a self-fulfilling prophecy. They were always like that. Everybody's like, well, we didn't see it coming. And I'm like, I'm gonna pluck out your eyes.
You mean your enemies? You don't deserve them.
I don't know. I think the nurse needs her own animated series. All it's gonna be is like her drunken hallucinations. That's all it's gonna be. So, she no-showed today. Again. Mind you, she doesn't have any PTO hours. Like, none. None whatsoever. None to speak of. They are non-existent. And even though the manager was there, she couldn't do anything about it because of what the nurse did Friday, which, if you're new here, there is a nurse at the place I used to work at who we all had suspicions of being a drug... She was basically a junkie. She is a junkie. Like, there's no denying it. She is a junkie. And possibly an alcoholic. But nobody wanted to be rude because they had just gotten rid of another nurse. Well, really not gotten rid of. No, they did. They did get rid of her. Through their sheer fucking stupidity. Perfectly good nurse. But that's a story for another day. Anywho, there were suspicions surrounding this nurse because she had a very suspicious background and track record with other facilities, and there were some things that weren't adding up, especially during the years that shall not be named for particular reasons. They have bad memories, yes, for all of us. All of us. Right, the other side of town. Let me flush that out a little bit more. But nobody wanted to say anything because, you know, it's like, okay, we need this nurse, what have you, yada yada yada. So that's going on. Well, those suspicions have now come to fruition in the sense of the nurse has been drinking on the job. And the thing is, it's not that stressful of a job. It really isn't. It's not like actually being on ER floor during a horrible event or a pandemic. It really isn't. It's a small town clinic that you just have to vet people through. And most of the stuff that it would be considered difficult is on the other side of town. That train is on the other side of town, and it sounds so loud right now. But most of the most difficult patients are typically vetted through the secretary, aka my mum. Right? So there's no reason for her to be drinking on the job. Especially if she's diabetic. Yeah. Because what is alcohol? It's sugar. And you know what's even worse if you're drinking? Cancer. Which she supposedly has. However, nothing about her has changed. Because typically, with any form of cancer, what happens? You have very, I would almost say, violent bodily L's of the stage of cancer that she was supposedly at. Like, you would lose a lot of weight, your skin would be very pale and just shallow almost. And that is a train on over here. God damn it! as I was saying, she would have a lot of bodily tells, you know, she would not look good. Choo choo, motherfuckers, choo choo. She has none of those tells. She hasn't lost weight. She looks fine in regards to her skin pallor. The only thing is, she's acting inebriated on the job and while she goes to pick up her kids. So, with that background settled, in regards to what happened today, well, more background. She decided after being caught last week and trying to spin this whole thing of, oh, I have cancer, oh, I have cancer. You know, something I would consider very serious and like, hey boss, I want to talk to you privately. Hey, I got this really serious condition. I want to be filling out an FMLA, you know, so that way I can, you know, I'm going to doctor appointments, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. You know where I'm at. At least that's what I think someone would do. I myself would do personally if I held such a prestigious job, right? But alas, nay! Guess where she was at Friday? She was out getting sauced at several different bars. Right. Yeah. So she... And not only that, but she was bragging about it online, and the thing is, never, ever, ever allow the company that you work for to have access or even see your Facebook or Instagram. In fact, change... If you get a job and they're like, hey, do you have a social media account? Say no, and then go to your social media account and make that motherfucker anonymous as best as you possibly can. Don't even post pictures of your local area. Don't post pictures of your garden. Don't be that dumb bitch. Okay? Okay. They will find you, and they can fire you for a lot of things. Like, they'll find a reason to fire your ass for that shit. Anywho, she was on her Facebook account bragging about, you know, bar hopping and all this stuff, and how she screwed over her boss just to come out and drink. And it's like, you know, I've seen a lot of people have different reactions to being diagnosed with cancer, but this is a new one. Like, there's this one guy who's diagnosed with some kind of, like, tumor in his brain, and it was basically going to kill him. Like, they legitimately had no way of extracting it without killing him. So he's like, you know what? He quit his job and became a DJ. I think that's, like, such a fucking metal thing to do. Especially because it was in Japan. This guy was like, you know what? Nah. Deuces. Anywho, back to the point. I keep getting sidetracked. So the consequences are starting to really flesh out today. Because she no-called, no-showed, and then admin showed up to try and talk to her, and then realized, oh, she's not here. Well, guess who is? The manager who's been covering for her and has been, and yes, I will say this, fabricating PTO for said nurse. Because this woman, in the last 3 to 4 years that she has been working at this facility, has not accrued a single day of PTO. Not a single fucking day, which I find that literally just insane to think about. Simply because the lab tech can accrue PTO hours. The secretary can get PTO hours. The RN can get PTO hours. Several nurses before her got PTO hours because they were staying so long taking care of patients. How is it that after nearly 4 years, you have 0 PTO hours? And you're constantly gone? And then you come back bitching about not having PTO hours. It's like, Anyhow, welcome back. I'm ranting. What's new? What is new? Oh dear. I finished typing. Awesome. I'll take a look at it after stream. Or actually maybe during when we get on break. Anywho. So admin steps in looking for her, find the manager who was in the back talking to a former manager of the site who I honestly wish would disappear from the face of the earth for reasons. I do not like that woman at all. She's the kind of person who's like,
Oh, but my faith dictates this. My faith says that you can't do this.
and it's like, but I don't practice that faith, you dumb bitch. Mind your own damn business before you get smacked. And then bitches about how people are so mean to her. Anywho, not the point. So she was on the phone with her to be like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Because I don't want to fire her, and this, that, and the other, and it makes me look bad. And the other manager is like, oh, you're gonna have to fire her, you dumb bitch. This is your bed, you lie in it, because you can't keep her. Especially because she had to go in. Well, now she has to go in, pardon. I'm getting my information mixed up. Now she has to go in for screening, drug screening, and they have to like screen her for alcohol and all that stuff, because here's the deal, her FMLA wasn't accepted. In other words, they found all of her excuses of like, oh, I'm diabetic, oh, I have a chronic stomach issue, not only to be insufficient, but there is no prior appointments or doctor appointments that point to said conditions existing for her. Like, basically they're saying, you're lying. You're lying to us. Please present us with a doctor's note that is of at least the last year from an actual doctor that we can go and talk to. And, maybe. Oh yeah, and nothing about her cancer, by the way. That she's like, oh, I'm dying, ooh. Right? That bullshit. But now she has to go in for another screening. And not only that, but the thing is, when you get hired, or before you get hired officially by this place, you have to automatically go in for, like, blood testing and all that stuff, which is standard, I feel like, in any medical facility. It's like, we want to make sure that you're clean. Waha. Right, especially out here, because, let's be real, this place has a outstanding amount of drug addicts, unfortunately. And with that being said, she apparently failed the screening when she was hired. And the only reason they proceeded with her hiring was because she knew someone. And now that's being brought back up. And I'm just like, well, well, well. I wonder who that was. And we ignored such a dangerous thing, like legitimately, that is quite dangerous, in my opinion. Because now I want to know what the fuck was on that test. What did she come back positive with? And how right am I? And I guess for some people, they're like,
Ava, you're just being, that's kind of mean, that's kind of cruel. Shut up.
I get to be a petty bitch now. I'm no longer on the inside. I'm on the outside, looking in, being judgy. Because I worked with them. I get to be like that. But now the manager's all like, oh, she embarrassed me, and this is, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, you're gonna get fired, because your entire job is now at risk due to their automatic flagging system. And the fact is, you're not the only one. Well, actually, pardon, let me strike that. The nurse isn't the only one who had a safety report filed against her. The manager did too. Isn't that great? Oh. And now all that shit is being uncovered because the manager tried to bury it under a bunch of other fucking reports. Oh, it's like, ah, yes. I'm gonna watch the shit show from over here with some nice, goggles. Seriously, how fucking hard is it to put a used needle in the fucking designated disposal box, but instead you put it in the general trash? Like, what the fuck? And yet you want to sit there and preach about, oh, we need to practice safer handling of equipment in the facility, and I'm like,
We want to practice safer handling of syringes and all that stuff, and urine samples and yada yada.
motherfucker. I'm gonna safely dispose of your goddamn corpse. What? Nothing. I may have written too much into. Okay. Alright, well, we'll see. I feel like this is gonna look good. All I can think right now is garlic bread. I'm still thinking about garlic bread from earlier today in stream. Just like, garlic bread. Garlic bread is good for the rage. The rage! Garlic bread is good for anything. Listen, I have a 2K character limit. I can't express my thoughts without worrying about it being cut off for once. Or I can express my thoughts without it being... Yeah, okay. I see what you did. Yes. Unlike BNet. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I think that's good enough for that spot. It actually looks a hell of a lot better with the minor touch-ups. For all 8 years of friendship. Oh, God. Alright. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. We will be back. Hang on. I'm gonna make sure I hit the right thing. There we go. We'll be back for 5. Okay, we're back. Here we are, back again.
Back at it again.
Nice. As long as no heavy rain. Oh, good. Still have the swamps. Swamps are important. Very vital. Let me throw this onto a different layer. Fun times, indeed. I've got it eliminated again. Hopefully no flies try to take it away again this time. Fuckers. Fuckers! Yeah! Oh yeah, that's dark enough. I should learn how to draw again, but I'm never going to work up the courage to do so. Hmm. Okay. Alright. I'll be so happy when I get this one done, and then I can get another. Because I just want to have, like, 4. If I can have these, like, get the paper and everything, and get the printer and stuff set up, and get some boxes, I can have the Ko-fi set up, like, next week, comfortably. It's kind of the goal right now. Have the Ko-fi shop set up, all that good stuff. Accept orders, you know, fun things. Fun things, I say. Business. It'd be nice. I'll be very, very happy when it do be done. And I can just, you know, worry about other things, and I think at that point I'll start hammering into Crackhead McGee comic, or animations, really. Comic. I mean, it's gonna start out as a little comic, because I'm just gonna draw it on paper first, and then, you know. I don't think this is dark enough. Hold on. Cat. It's just kind of blending in with everything else. It needs to stand out a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Maybe because I'm not really loading it up with paint enough. I don't know. Perhaps. No, we were talking about Final Fantasy, weren't we? Yeah. I still have to configure, like, a good time to have that. A nice week to play it all. Because I'm gonna start off with Final Fantasy 13-3. Get that wrapped up, hopefully in 3 days. Aha. Even if we have to have long play sessions of it, you know. If it takes me a fucking 6 hours a day to get it done, I will. Okay, that's much better. This is the color we're using then. Just don't want to overdo it. And then we can start cracking on with 16. Because it looks so good. It looks so good. And the music is great. It's like, I want to play it. Very much so. Just a little bit at the top there.
A little bit from the top.
You know, it's one thing I've just... It's... Don't take this as hate or anything like that, but the makeup girlies. Or just in general. Anybody who's like really into makeup, you know, does it every day. 9 times out of 10. And this is if they are a, like, even if they're just a traditional artist or a digital artist, 9 times out of 10, they're... the skills of which they have in regards to understanding color theory just subconsciously and blending and contouring is going to surpass anybody else's. And it always makes me regret not getting more into makeup and stuff. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. I don't know, it's just an idle thought. And they just have that innate understanding of how tones and everything work. Just because, you know, they've been drawing on their own face for who knows how long. And it's like, yeah. Yep. I see that, yep. I fully understand. Just never one for such things, because every brand I ever used made me break out like a son of a bitch. What the fuck? Even the sensitive skin friendly stuff had stuff in it that would make me get... just the breakouts were horrendous. Like, why? Why do you hate me so? Because we do. I swear I hate people. I mean, probably do. Oh my gosh, there's people. A lot of people are just walking outside enjoying the coolness and the wind that's starting to, you know, the jet streams and stuff starting to roll in, clear up this humidity a wee bit. Kinda like a little bit right there. Oh my gosh. Alright. Okay. Some more right in this generalized area. Oh, I thought we were back to the beginning of the soundtrack. I was like, pardon? Excuse me? Oh, dear. Almost done with this one. Okay. Let's leave it be a little rugged. Just a wee bit. It's not as good as the others. Hmm. I feel like it doesn't have as much depth just because of shadowing in some areas, you know. Honestly, I think I've been staring at it for too long. Oh, dear. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to leave that blending. Meh, let me go down. Me. Let's go for the greenery. Start touching that up. Nope. Make it thicker. Lines here and there. Look a little nicer. Not as weak in some areas. Don't mind the jagged lines all too much. Especially in foliage. You don't want to mind that. It is what it is. Oh shit, did I just... I need to come back through here and sharpen this up a little bit. You can add little bumps here and there. Gives it character. Especially with like multiple stems and everything coming off of it. Okay. Just kind of blend the edges in a wee bit. Okay. Train. More train. Lots train. Lots of train. Damn. Odd. Okay. I kind of want to shape this up a little bit more. Let's see. Just a wee bit. Just give it more depth. A little bit here and there. I go over those like little lines there and just kind of replace them with something else, honestly. They're kind of annoying to me. They just don't look good overall. Yeah. Just go over them with the same color here. There we go. We'll figure something out for that. Just really, really don't like how I put it. A game I haven't played before. It's called XCOM 2. Huh, never heard of that one. Okay. Alright. Oh, don't tell me I put another straight green line over there. Okay, no. I've done it once. I'll do it again. You can make sure... Is that another fucking train? Dear gods. It is. Yay! Train! Yippee! Oh dear. God damn. Alright. What other leaves are there abound? Many, 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 many. Why did I do this to myself? I don't know. No clue. But you did. And we're sticking to it. Yep. Bum, bum, bum. I'll figure it out. I always do. To a degree. It's a strategy game where you have a unit of soldiers and you fight aliens who have taken over the world and do all kinds of missions. The missions are turn-based. This is describing the game in a very general way, but I hope you understand the general idea. Yeah. So, yeah. I was about to say kind of like StarCraft, but it still has that please wait for your opponent deal, you know. Go. Oop, nope. Wrong shader. Alright. Anything else? Oh, it's breaking it down to the bare- oh wait, no, I missed one. Breaking it down to the bare bones, but hey, that's what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do to make it work. If we gotta redo, we gotta redo. Oh dear. It's a mess. But hey, it's looking better than when I started out, so that's for damn sure. I actually really like how I did the berries earlier. I'm not touching those. I ain't touching it. It's good as is. I'm proud of what I did. Blech. Okay. Alright, let's figure out the sleep situation. I'm guessing you're not the biggest fan of strategy games. It depends. It depends on what it is. I like Age of Empires, things like that. But Warhammer isn't my forte. It's not really in my area of interest. It gets boring to me after a while. And I know that's what you guys typically watch.
I know.
I see everything. RTS. Oh shit, I'm trying to remember what that stands for. RTS. Why would... Why? Why? Okay, hold on. Real-time strategy. Yeah, to a degree. Real-time strategy, yes. Oh, technically Age of Empires is a real-time strategy. I see. Yeah. Even that's on a minimal scale, really. I typically go for, games I can really build in, you know, like No Man's Sky and stuff like that. And MMORPGs. More my deal. Oh, where to start? How about we start at the top? Build out a wee bit. Everyone knows everything. Lizard people everywhere. That's what they don't want you to know is lizard people in the mines. Gah. Better shading, hopefully. Yeah. Shorten that. I mean, it's like partially hidden here, so it might as well be darker, you know? They are walking among us. Among us! Oh, dear gods. I'm trying to think of like a conspiracy theory that I've been balls deep in. And honestly, I can't come up with one. Because mostly everything boils down to incompetence. Like, I'm not super big into conspiracy theories. Not really. Why am I using— what is this? What are you doing? Why do you have that? No wonder it looks fucky. Using a pen that's not— oh my god. Evil. Oh, that's like a pine green, girl. Oh, hell no. I actually like pine green. It's one of my favorite colors. Reminds me of my dad's place. At least have a bit in there. There you go. I'll learn how to make more distinctive lighting marks. Now let's see. Let's break it down. See if we can get away with this. Let's make it small. Well, you might have to blend some of that off. You know, just kind of... So you want indications, not like full-on markers, you know? Well, some of you might not know. But we're going for indications, not full-on markers. Now you know. Oh, God. I mean, from a distance, it does give it a bit more depth. Just a wee bit. Yeah, it's not bad. I could use improvement. Just a little lighter. So that way it's not too obvious. It's like, oh, just barely there. There, much better. Just a bit. Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, per usual. I don't know why, but this particular section right here is just so satisfying for me to look at, and I just be like, I did that well. Oh, jeez. It's just like, oh, man. Okay. We're gonna stop there. I'm gonna work on... Cat, please do not go over that. We're gonna stop there. I'm gonna work on this a bit more. I'll post it on the usual YouTube thing, and then updates in Ko-fi and everything. So yeah, that is another goddamn train. God damn it, Bobby. So thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. If you're new on Twitch, follow me on Twitch, all that good stuff. I'll be back tomorrow. Hold on, let me look at my schedule. Between 11 and 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for some WoW. Yeah! Alright, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye!